Okay, I've done as much testing and work with this thing as I'm reasonably able to do here at my house by myself, and or with Dan in New York, the two of us. So I'm not going to claim that this thing is perfect or that it's going to be 100% awesome for everybody. Uh, I'm going to say I did the best that I could, and it seems to work for me. So that's that's what I'll say. Uh, but I can tell you that there are failure modes. There are things that happen to the system that I haven't figured out yet, and I just want to give you an idea what those are, so that if they happen to you, you're not just up and screaming up and down, John, 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 what'd you do? Uh, I didn't do anything. So let's look at the machine first. The machine, as we look at it, is a Linux machine, and you do an IPA, and that shows you the address assignments on your local interfaces. Look at the one you say ETH0. If this has two different sets of IP addresses on it, that's bad. Typically, one of the ones will be the one that you want, and the other one will be like your database host. I'm not sure how those get in there, but it's really annoying. The other thing you'll notice is that occasionally your ETH0 or your ETH1 or double N0, whatever it is, will be down, and you are just having a hard time getting it up. Uh, it just won't come. So as a result, nothing is working, right? So what we do here is run setup lilypad again. So you just do a setup, and this is how you give the machine its identity without without running install. So you just do setup lilypad, and then you give it a name, whatever the name you want is, like Prognet 6 or Seattle 6. And then you give it the IP address that you're going to put on the machine, 10.160.160.1. And you know what, we're going to call this, so we're going to do setup lilypad.bash, and the machine is going to be happy dog. And the IP address is going to be 10.123.123.1. Okay. And this is going to be an internet capable machine. So we have to go to streamingfrog.com. And this is, so we put that in along with the port. And then we have dash dash pond, rat pond. Okay, now this is a standard thing. You can do this, and it will reconfigure your network to be rat pond. So when we get done with this machine is going to be named Happy Dog, and we can see that. I think this is on the machine now. Host name is Seattle 6. Oh, I think I just renamed New York 1 Happy Dog. Okay, let's see. See if I can still get into it. I can't get into it. Okay, so let's try and see if it's up yet. Ping 10.123.123.1. Okay, it's not up yet. So what we're going to do here is actually come in through a back door to NY1. I use this because when I come in through the front door, sometimes I'll do something like what I just did, and it will hang the network because I'm resetting DNS or something like that. So we do an IPR, and you can see it's already got 10.123.123.024 on ETH0, and if we do an IPA, it's got 10.123.123 one on ETH0. Okay, so this machine has effectively been reset and is now 123.123.1. It used to be 120.60. It has all of its connectivity, or it will be getting its connectivity back soon. And we can see, yeah, so there's the run merge that's going on right now, and it's got the the ports that it's bringing back up, the routes. Yeah, so we've got, this time it brought in same number. It can take it a few minutes to get things synchronized. Let's see, cat etc. hosts. Yeah, so it's only got New York and the Big Apple. So this hasn't reached back to Seattle yet. Although I'm logged into it to Seattle, and see, this is a bug. It shouldn't be able to set board game host to 250 unless there's a 250 in the network. So that's a bug. Okay, this looks like it's almost final. So maybe I've lost. Oh no, here it is. 250 through WireGuard 2. So 250.250.1. Okay, so we're getting it across the network. And all right, let's see if we should still be running. Yeah, we're still running the merge. So let's see if I can ping. All right, it's not here yet. This is on the other side of a WireGuard tunnel. So we have to synchronize through the broker to get this to work. So what we're going to do now is bang PS, would you stop it? So it's got a merge running at the moment. So within a little while, and it may be 5 minutes, and maybe, maybe a little bit longer, it will synchronize and become Happy Dog. So, okay, good. So this is done. Now this can happen. This is one of the things you may want to notice is this can happen. The run merge has completed, but we don't have the full complement over here yet. Actually, maybe we do. Yes, we do. We have 120, 160, and 250 here, and then 155 and 199. So, okay, the one we're missing is 123. Okay, so if we do another run merge, and we were on Seattle 6. Good. So we're on Seattle 6. Let's do an IPR. So what we're looking for is 123, 123. And so it's still finding New York 1. So this is just like DNS propagation. We're going to go ahead and look at the next couple of things that might happen here while we're waiting for this to sync. But that's the kind of thing that you're looking at. A couple of other things that might happen to you and things you want to know about. First of all, the working directory for this thing is in /etc/sentinels. And the files are there that are used during discovery, and then used as transients during execution. The configurations are in /etc/frognet, and you can see it's creating backup files. So we've got broker.conf. Some of these here are old. The one that's important in here is tunnel.conf. So let's see, we are here. Okay, so New York. Yeah, see, it didn't pick up New York 1 here. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're back on New York 1. I've got an IPR here that says we're not here. Okay, so this is the other thing that can happen is we set up a machine. and we've got it configured, and we set it. We put it in for the internet tunnels, and it's not tunneling. Right? If we do an IPA, we've got these WireGuard tunnels here, but they're not doing anything. So what we do is first we come root, and then we do a setup or frognet tunnel setup. Tunnel dash setup dash v3, and it will go through and re-register you with the broker, register you with ratpond, and restart the tunnel daemon. And so now when I look at it, am I getting any more? Yeah, here's my 123, 123. Oh, no, I need to do it over here. Sorry, my bad. Oh, well, I'm going to do it over here too. Sometimes you just do it. The other thing you can do, actually, let's do this, is do a restart on the tunnel daemon. So you do a system control restart. Tunnel daemon v3. It's not going to say anything, but it should restart. And when you get done, it should reset. So what that does is tells the broker to flush and to send you new stuff. So as long as this got registered with the broker, okay, we should be fine. So let's see if we can get to 250 from over here. Yeah, we can. And if we curl it, right, so it's a Seattle 5 machine. That is what we are talking to. Let's see if this guy's picked it up yet. Oh, okay. So this is BA box. It hasn't picked it up yet either. I hate it when I do that. But it will get picked up. What's supposed to happen is that this machine, when it gets done running the merge, sends out a notification to all of its peers, all of its nearest neighbors, and only its nearest neighbors, that says, "Hey, you need to sync again." And the others are supposed to do the sync and then send it back to send it back saying everything's okay. So we still haven't got this here, and I'm a little concerned about this now. I am going to do one quick look at the broker and see what we've got, just to make sure the broker is still working. I'm pretty sure it is. So it's service, frognet, broker, v4, status. So it says it's active and running, and showing us some node IDs. So it seems like the broker is up. It's just that this guy on Seattle 1 or on New York 1 has not told everybody yet. And it should. That's the problem. It hasn't even told itself. Okay. Oh, well, maybe if I were on the right box, it would do that. Okay, so here's Happy Dog. And etc. hosts. Here's Happy Dog. So it's right there. So it's in our setter host table. Make host JSON is the thing that builds the frognet echoes. And here's another thing you're going to see. If you do a make host JSON and there's all these double quotes here, that means you need to do a make host JSON build. Okay. And this, again, this is something that's supposed to happen at the end of run merge. A lot of times what I would do is just a run merge. But you can see it's got data in here now. If we do a cat etc hosts, so it's got 1, 2, 3. So if we do a frognet monitor, do the fail, blah blah blah, bring it back, and we have Happy Dog. Happy Dog is our local machine, right? No sensors, so we haven't gotten anything into the database yet. But this is our local machine, and it is real. Let's see if we've gotten it over here yet. No, and that's bothering me. So I'm gonna do a force merge there, and we're looking at IPR. So this has got it on BA box, frognet monitor. And let's see what it's going to tell me. So it's not here, and it should be. So I think that means it's not in here. No, it is. Oh, okay. Frognet host.happydog. And I think that what just happened is that I reset. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, I spelled it happy wrong. P-Y. So there's my ping of frognet host.happydog. Now I'm going to go to this other one here and see if I can ping them by IP address. Yeah, see, I'm not getting it by IP address either. But I am here. So what that's telling me is that the tunnel daemon isn't working right. I bet I know it's wrong. Yeah. No. So it's not Apache. This thing swears it's synced. This one is not seeing it yet. Run merge there. Is this one seeing it? This is BA box. Okay, BA box sees it. How about Seattle 2? No, Seattle 2 is not seeing it. Seattle 2 is probably not going to see it until Seattle 5 does. So the question is, why isn't Seattle 5 seeing it? And I can see here that I've got some machines. So it's dropped New York 1 now, which is good because New York 1's not answering the phone. There it is, Happy Dog. Yeah. So Happy Dog just showed up here. So sometimes it can take a little while, but it does eventually show up. Run merge is the thing that you run that makes it show up. Uh, but even then, it might not happen immediately. The things that I'm looking at to tell me whether or not things are working right are doing a system control status on Frognet proxy, Frognet daemon, and the Frognet tunnel daemon. I also look at Apache because I've had cases where Apache comes up and it needs a log file. It needs a log directory, and the log directory got nuked during the reboot, so it won't come up because it can't write a log file. So if you're not getting anything out of your machine and you need to do something, take a look at Apache. The other thing I look at is Network Manager. I've never had a real problem with Network Manager, but always pays to be careful. Uh, so that's kind of the beginnings of it. Now there are other issues if you have a machine that is let's see. So if we look at Seattle 2 here, Seattle 2 is one of the machines that is projecting its own SSID. So we can do an IPA here, and we can see WLAN 0, and this is projecting the 120.120. Okay. Now you can, if you pull up your network list here, and you pull it out and say, what are my networks that are available? And you don't see the network you're expecting to see here. In my case, it is Seattle 2. That means that the SSID isn't broadcasting, right? And if the SSID isn't broadcasting, you need to kind of figure that out why too. So you got Frognet SSID, projection, and it's either on or off. You use the same thing to set it off. So you say Frognet SSID projection on or off. It should handle that automatically. Um, and it should be set based on the results of the IPA on the way up. So if you don't have a line in ETH0 and ETH0 is not configured as a Frognet host, then we don't use ETH0. We go to whatever WLAN you've configured. So this, and like I said, this sometimes comes up as down. Not sure why. These are the kinds of things we need to look at. Discovery is one of the most complex and demanding things there are. Here is the host entry for Happy Dog. So we can look at our Sarah host now, and we've got Happy Dog. And if we look down here, there's no more 10.102.60.1, which is what the old New York one used to be. So if I do a Frognet monitor now, and I do another one over here, this is Happy Dog, right? You do the Frognet monitor here. And this one says Happy Dog is down. I don't believe that. And so now Happy Dog is online, see? This one starts out saying Seattle 5 is down. I'm not sure I really believe that either. Yeah, see, Seattle 5 is online. Media host, that's a fragment that'll go away the next time it merges. And Seattle 2 should be available through Seattle 5, but it may take another merge to get there. Let's see if we can ping 120, 121. Yeah, okay, so it's not actually here right now. So next time we merge, well, actually it is here, and it's got redundant routes too. So the question is, why isn't it getting there through WG0? And what we do is we do an IPRD, and we pick this one. Okay, and now we try ping. And we're still not getting there. But that's what I would do is try those, and then probably somewhere real early on in here, because this is, what is this host? This is Seattle 6. Oh, this is New York 1. Okay, so I'm going to do a run merge here. So I used to have it doing a merge every 15 minutes, and I decided not to do that. Merge is supposed to be triggered by a network event, and that's what I want. So it happens two ways, right? You get a network event which comes in through Network Manager or dnsmasq. Network Manager if you're connecting one of the antennas or something like that, and dnsmasq if what you're doing is giving it a uh, you're connecting to the Ethernet on an upstream machine, right? So you've got uh, downstream prognets, and the the system when it sorry, I'm just reading what's on the screen. Uh, so the system uh, when it comes up will automatically figure out who it belongs to or it's supposed to, and it runs a program called Prognet underbar was it Prognet dash net start. Okay, and this is what's supposed to happen when you first boot is you run net start and it sees who you are and it goes out and sets up the system properly. And what is complaining here is job for dnsmasq failed. So this is telling me dnsmasq is down. So why is dnsmasq down? That's a good question. So what we do is a journal control -u dnsmasq, and then minus minus no pager, and then we're going to look at the last 50 rows. Minus n50, and it's not saying. That's not good. So you can do a dnsmasq test. It says dnsmasq is there. So that means right. So that means that the easiest thing to do is reboot the machine. You can okay, I admit it. This is a cheap and easy way out. It's the Windows answers for everything, but hey, I worked for Microsoft for a while. What you're getting when you do that is the dnsmasq service has decided not to play games anymore, and the pies, at least here at my house, can do this sometimes. This is something again that we are going to need to take a look at. Looks like it might not be reconnecting to the right network when it comes up to. Oh, there we go. So it is here now, but it doesn't have any networks with it, and that's expected. It's got its run merge going. Still looking at only those two networks, but what run merge is doing now is the waves. It's going out to the children and then to the grandchildren and ask them who they are and who they know. So now we've got 120 and there's 123. 155 is BA box and 160 is Seattle 6. 199 is BA MacBook. 1028 I haven't seen that one for a little while, which is awesome because that is New York 2. And that machine needs to be updated, but that is the machine over the 900 megahertz link. Dan was doing some stuff with that, and it looks like he just got done and brought it back. Uh, so that's awesome. I'm going to get that hooked up post haste. But if we look out here, yeah, so you see we've got frognet host dash New York 2 as well as all the rest of them. So I can do a frognet monitor here and do the ding. Come on. It shows up. New York 2 is showing up as a valid host. And so Happy Dog is here, New York 2 is here. The sensors are not here, at least not yet. But everything seems to be pretty much working. Uh, and again, this is something that this is one area where I think I could use some help. Discovery is one of the most complicated and weird looking things you can do. So that's the the journal and the proxy. A lot of times, what I'll do is let it run for a couple of hours and then just submit the entire journal to the AI for analysis and tell it to, show me anything that is hanging or anything that is kicking errors, things like that. Let it come back, and then we can run the simulator. Right? We get something that's failing here, try to understand what's happening, and we say, can we reproduce it with the simulator? If we can, then that's awesome because that means we can get it fixed in no time. If it's not reproducible with the simulator, then we try to make it reproducible with the simulator and we try to understand why. Okay. Again, it's all just the same stuff. So those are some of the troubleshooting methods you can use. I'm trying to put more on the site, but I want to give you a heads up. Like I said, I don't claim this is perfect. It's going to do some weird things to you, I'm sure. But my goal is to get it out there and get all the weird things weirded out, so that we can actually use this at a production level for production level code. All right. Thanks, man. See you later.